Just buy the Glarses Gun. Get the Glarses Gun. Hey Spaza, have you considered trying the Glarses Gun? The Glarses Gun, it's so Have you gotten your Fumos yet? Shut up, guys. It's expensive, okay? I can't buy the Glarses Gun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ugh. Who is that? Well, okay then. Ace Defender is a high-quality SRPG, combining turn-based RPG battle with tower defense elements. The game has more than 40 chapters, nearly 2000 levels, and 48 heroes with deep background stories. 2 new heroes are added to the game every 2 weeks, and you can combine them, level up, and equip gear to create a powerful lineup. The newest hero is Brenda the Demon Spear, with the ability to limit her opponent's damage, recover health on her own, and deal massive damage in both gameplay modes, PvE and PvP. In PvE, you level up your heroes and collect rare items by exploring dungeons and regions, while in PvP, you fight against other players within your server or across servers in different arenas. There's also 3 different gameplay speeds to speed up or slow down the action. There's a mysterious new world available soon in the game called Realm of Deities, where you can build your castle, develop technology, and train soldiers to conquer the city for endless treasures. On Realm of Deities, you can defeat all kinds of monsters and get rewards, fight together with your allies, and gain more power for your heroes through the magical research. New users who download the game from my link will get 10 Royal Recruit tickets after completing level 2 to 8. You can use the tickets by clicking Sky City, Tavern, and then recruit 10x. So what are you waiting for? Go to the link that's down there in the description and start playing Ace Defender today. We did it, guys. Before we start talking about the Glarses Gun, aka the Hakko FR-301, I need to make an important premise. I'm incredibly lucky to be able to use this tool because it's quite pricey and it's considered a luxury item even for people who have been doing soldering and desoldering for years. If you're new to mechanical keyboards and you're just dipping your toes into the hobby, I definitely don't recommend buying this immediately. Start from the bottom, make mistakes, learn, and only then decide whether you wanna make the investment. I for one have the intention of working on a variety of different things this year, which is why I got this in the first place, and I'm very excited to review it. So let's get to the unboxing. And there it is, there's the box, or suitcase rather, right there. Inside we have an instructions manual, the desoldering gun of course, an iron holder, nozzle wrench, cleaning pins and some extra filters. So how does a desoldering gun actually work? Is it magic? No. You see, the process of desoldering is made of mainly 2 elements, heat and suction, just like a blowjob. Thank you. Normally, using a soldering iron, you warm up the joint to loosen up and essentially liquefy the solder, and then you suck it up using a manual pump, like the one I have right here. Sounds easy on paper, but many times you may not get all the solder out first try, especially if it's low quality solder from a pre-made board. This means you'll have to resolder with your own rosin core wire, desolder again, and that process may take a very long time. A desoldering gun basically combines the 2 tools. Similarly to a soldering iron, there's an heating element to warm up the nozzle and loosen up the solder once it touches the joint. At this point, instead of using an external manual tool like a pump, there's a vacuum that runs through the nozzle and sucks up the solder right inside the little plastic container. The amount of suction provided by a vacuum is gonna be a lot more powerful and consistent compared to a desoldering pump, thus making the job much easier. As for the gun itself, it definitely feels high quality. There's no flex, cause it's not a keyboard. It doesn't have a specific texture or grippy material on the handle, but it's not slippery and feels very safe to hold. The nozzle wrench is used to take out the nozzle for both cleaning and replacement in case you need a different one. Taking a look at this tool, you may notice something a bit weird, and it's the American Type B plug. Yeah, I bought this from Amazon.com, which in retrospect probably wasn't the best choice, but anyway, I got an adapter so I can plug it in. And cut. In the words of Glarses, this is the exact moment I shot myself in the foot. Hello guys, it's me, Spaza from the future, and I'm here to talk to you about my failures. Normally, after plugging the gun in, you turn it on by pressing the on-off switch located in the back. You choose the temperature you want by scrolling the wheel and wait for the red LED to flash. This indicates the desired temperature has been reached. In my case, everything was working great, but after choosing the temperature, I could feel the body of the gun becoming hot, but the LED wasn't flashing. At this point, I should have just unplugged it. But citing Glarses once again,
This is where things took a turn for the worse.
For some godforsaken reason, I decided to increase the temperature up to 400 degrees and let it sit for like 5 minutes thinking it would make a difference. Turns out it did, because this time both the body and the iron were stone cold. So I spoke to a couple people, did some research I was supposed to do before buying or using the desoldering gun, and I found out my model ran on 120 volts with a frequency of 60 Hz. This is the American standard for electricity and voltage, and the European one is 220 volts on 50 Hz. Now, if you can tell, I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to electronics, so I can't exactly explain this all too well. But to make it short, after a quick Google search, if you plug a 120 volts appliance in a 220 volts outlet, you have to hope some internal device protection disconnects the power immediately. Cause otherwise, especially if there's some type of heating element, it will take close to 4 times the amount of designed heat, causing it to burn out in seconds. Great. So wait. Is it not possible to use American devices in Europe? Yes, of course it is, but instead of using a cheap random adapter like the one I've got, you're supposed to buy a far more expensive voltage transformer, which I did. Since I don't know anything about electronics, to me this is nothing more than a magic black box that allows you to plug in a 120 volts device and converts it to 220 volts. Can't explain the science behind it, but it's how it works really. I was high on hopium trying to plug my desoldering gun in, thinking I somehow hadn't fried it already, but obviously, even with the glimmer of hope provided by the LED turning on again, it still wasn't warming up, and at that point, I had to accept my fate. Date: January 21st, 2022. Time: around 4 PM or so. Cause of death: excessive exposure to high voltage. Between shipping and fees, I spent $375 for the desoldering gun and an extra $100 for the adapter and transformer, making this by far the most expensive video on the Spaza 17 channel. And I've got nothing to show for it. Now, I know I seem very laid back in this video, but naturally, this whole situation has put me under a lot of stress. And it's not something to be taken lightly, you guys. The gun may have genuinely blown up in my face. I was very close to all my equipment, so my entire room could have catched on fire. I consider myself very, very lucky. So if there's one lesson you can take away from this entire video, that will be to please do your research properly before you buy any electronics overseas. As for me, well, I'm actually gonna buy the 220 volts European variant of the Hakko FR-301 since it does exist. It's not on the Italian Amazon, that's the main reason why I got it on Amazon.com in the first place, but I'll be patient and just wait, I guess. Now, I'm sorry guys, but I really gotta go desolder an entire keyboard and it's probably gonna take me a while. I still love you, I hope you know that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.